Hey, this is Liz Bentley. Today I want to talk about empathy and the emotion and feeling of empathy and how we can use empathy to really connect with other people. And this is really important during this time because it's a scary time and there's a lot of things out there that are unpredictable and there's a lot of stuff that feels out of our control and everybody is responding so differently to it. And so now is a really important time to be empathetic to others. So let's talk about what empathy means. Empathy is your ability to feel with someone else. Now, let me be clear. That does not mean you think the same way they think. It just means you can feel what they're feeling. So, for example, if I had a friend who was suddenly diagnosed with stage 4 cancer and was in a really critical condition, I could understand her feelings of fear, sadness, uncertainty, because I know what that feels like. I do not know what it feels like to have cancer. I do not know what she is going through. I cannot walk in her shoes, but I can empathize with her feelings and how she must feel. So just to be clear, empathy does not mean I even agree with what you're thinking, but I can feel how you feel. Now, what we have a tendency to do instead of empathize is we have a tendency to judge, which is decide that however you feel it's wrong and you're handling it inappropriately or you shouldn't think that way. So we either judge you and judge your choices or we sympathize. And sympathize is where we feel sorry for you, where we look at you and we're like, oh, you poor pathetic thing. I can't imagine what it's like to struggle with your children or in relationships or whatever it is we're sympathizing with someone for. And in both cases, in judgment and in sympathy, we're raising ourselves in order to lower someone else. Okay, we're raising our status to feel better about who we are and how we live our life in order to push someone else's status beneath us. In both cases, those things come from insecurity. They come from us not willing to look at our own flaws. And most often I see in judgment, especially with people, whatever they're judging someone else for is something they struggle with themselves. And often it's something they're jealous of, or, they wish they could do, or, and sometimes it's subliminal. They don't even recognize it in themselves. So when you see yourself really judging someone, that's when you need to step back and look at what's going on, that I am feeling this level of judgment on someone. What is it that I'm struggling with? Because even if you genuinely dislike that person, there's something about them that's triggering something in you that you have to work through and you wish you had. So practice empathy, because now is a really good time to try to understand different people and their positions. It's going to help you in life. It pulls a lot of the frustrations out of you, and really look at where you're empathizing judging or sympathizing, because that's where your work is. And that's where you need to really look at what your struggle is. Okay? So great. Thanks, and talk to you soon.